Hey everybody, welcome to JLB Sports TV. I am Justin Block, and today Liverpool drew at Sunderland at the Stadium Light 1-1. And before I get into the game, I just want to say it was a great gesture from the Sunderland fans and the Sunderland club to post that nice banner, documenting and really paying respects to the 96. As we know, this past week it's been a very difficult week for Liverpool fans and just really all of England and the international community really in general. Liverpool fans and Liverpool and the 96, we support you. I support you all the way from America. I hope justice will be served now that the Independent Commission has released their report. So getting on with it, I think you guys may have noticed that I bought a new shirt. Yeah, I caved and bought the Liverpool home shirt. I know I've publicly said I didn't really like it that much, but before the Dempsey thing didn't happen, I was like, I really want to get a Liverpool shirt because Clint Dempsey will sign, and then he didn't sign, and I was like, I still really want to get a Liverpool shirt. So I got Joe Allen on the back. So that's a thing now. It's disappointing that today, the first time I wear my Joe Allen shirt for a match, he doesn't really do that well. Again, he still had 91% passing accuracy, had over 100 passes, but a couple times he was dispossessed. He had a couple more misplaced passes than you would normally see from Joe Allen. So although his stats were sort of in line with what you would expect from Joe Allen, the aesthetic performance or what you really saw didn't really, scream vintage Joe Allen to me. But as for the overall team performance, I didn't really think anybody was that great on Liverpool today. It was kind of a wishy-washy performance throughout. I don't think Sunderland knew anything about the game, even though they had one goal. That came off of one shot they had the entire first half. Good that they put away their finish, but Sunderland just didn't know anything about this game. They really were just coming out to get a draw, a goalless draw at that. Liverpool actually outpassed Sunderland, 110 passes to 304 passes. They had 61% of the possession, and their passing accuracy was 88%. So these are numbers that Brendan Rodgers, when he looks at his post-match report, likes. Good passing accuracy, high number of passes, lots of possession. This is a game that Liverpool, under a Brendan Rodgers side, you would think and you would favor them to actually come out and win. Liverpool was kind of toothless offensively for the first, I'd say, 60 to 70 minutes until that goal finally came. There was good patience from the side, but there was really no incisive passing, none of the through balls that you would really like, none of the players really getting into the box and trying to get on the end of crosses and the end of balls across the 6-yard box. So I think tactically this might have been a pleasing game for Brendan Rodgers and the rest of the side. But in terms of actually watching it and really wanting Liverpool to attack the goal and get a goal, not so much. The woodwork proved to be another villain again. Glenn Johnson had a beautiful curling shot go off the woodwork. There are other half chances that should have been buried. Steven Gerrard had a shot go right beyond the post. John Shelby had a left-footed shot that when he was going to his, left side, shot straight at the goalkeeper. Fabio Borini off a volley in the first half, right at the keeper. So again, shooting accuracy continues to be a big problem for Liverpool. And for most of the game, it appeared that, this tiki-taka stuff, Brendan Rodgers, not really working. So it appears that Liverpool implemented Raheem Sterling taka. Raheem the Breeze Sterling was absolutely immense today. He was really the only great performer for me. Raheem Sterling was always running after defenders, beating them, with a drop of a hat, getting in good balls, and really he was the only viable attacking option for Liverpool today. Luis Suarez, again, was not on his game, and when he's not on this game, he really drags the side down. Because I don't want to call him a selfish player at this point, but at this point, he's really only creating for himself. He's making nice runs as always, but his layoff passes have not been good. That's the reason why Fabio Borini, for me, has been disappointing and has not gone on the score sheet because Luis Suarez is not setting up goals for him to score. But I think Fabio Borini today was a little bit more encouraging. He started centrally. Luis Suarez was out wide. That was something that I've advocated against for many weeks, and you know why. I think Luis Suarez should be creating from an inside role for Borini on the outside, but it appears that Luis Suarez and Brendan Rodgers, I think, has discovered this, really doesn't have any interest on creating from the inside out. And as long as Borini and Suarez score goals together and the partnership works, I don't really care where the hell they play, and I don't really care if I'm wrong or not. As long as Liverpool is scoring goals and winning, what I say really just doesn't matter. I just want to read off a couple key stats of Raheem Sterling that I got from the Twitter account at Midfield Index. Raheem Sterling was Liverpool's most accurate passer today at 94%, 33 out of 35. Raheem Sterling was also 100% accurate in the final third, had 4 key passes, and created a total of 4 chances. That's 8. 4 chances. Raheem Sterling was also working hard on the tackle. He won 5 out of his 5 tackles, and he actually had 26 attempted ground duels, which was a quarter of the entire side, and he won 17 of them. So this is a player that's getting forward, creating chances, really doing everything on offense for Liverpool, but he's also working hard, getting back in tackle, tracking back, doing his hardest to make sure that he is inside and the Liverpool are in a position to win. And at the end of the game, he put them in that position to win over and over again, always creating chances, always creating little attacks, just creating windows of space for other people to potentially get a goal on. So even when Joe Allen wasn't at his best today, the other guy that I really love, Raheem Sterling, top-notch performance, my man of the match for me, the stud of the match. In terms of my duds of the match, I'm not really going to have one for Liverpool, really, because across the board it was just kind of average throughout. If anything, I would maybe say Luis Suarez or Glenn Johnson for that horrible defending that led up the first goal. But Johnson was good in attack today. Luis Suarez, he scored the goal, so I don't know how much you can really get on his case. It's disappointing that Liverpool have gone 4 games now without winning, but it's a long season. This was by far the toughest stretch of the schedule to me when you have Arsenal, City. We have United next week. Once Liverpool get out of the woods, really this first month and a half of the season, I think it won't be smooth sailing. I'm not saying that at all, but things will get easier. Things will start coming together. This wasn't, the most aesthetically pleasing performance from Liverpool today. It was sloppy. There were misplaced passes. At some points, you're just like, what is the side doing? But overall, I think Brendan Rodgers should be somewhat pleased tactically, and he can move forward from this. I'm going to keep saying this. I'm going to beat it like a dead horse all season. There are ebbs and flows this season. Every single week, this team is, in fact, getting better, and that's all I can really say. Let me know your thoughts on the game right below, and I want to pose a question to you guys. What did you think of Gerrard today? I thought Gerrard was in an interesting position today. When I saw the team sheet, I saw that, indeed, Shelby was starting over Shaheen, so I thought, okay, it'll be Shelby and Gerrard, and then Joe Allen will be less resting behind them, but in fact, it was actually Gerrard and Joe Allen and John Joe Shelby getting forward, sort of playing as a false 10 or the second most, closest thing that Liverpool had to a support striker today. And I thought, hey, that's like a role that Gerrard would really be good in. I don't know why Brendan Rodgers went with that. Shelby had a decent performance. He was okay getting forward. But I really just thought Gerrard should be there, and I don't really want Gerrard sort of controlling the attack up top and directing and being the field general with Joe Allen. I think it should be Shaheen, Allen, and then Steven Gerrard playing in front of them. That is if Brendan Rodgers wants to play with a midfield triangle that way. So again, give me your thoughts on the match. Give me your thoughts on Steven Gerrard. That's all for this week. I'm Justin Block, signing out. Liverpool. And it's usually wrong because I'm overly optimistic. So maybe if you want to take 5th place and knock it down a couple, 1 or 2 places to be more realistic, fine.